Time to go to the barber. All right, so I got a little bit of a storm. If there's some thunder and lightning, that's what it is. But yeah, Barber Motorsports Park. I like this track. I know it's not the most popular of all the tracks on iRacing, but I like it. It was one of the earlier tracks that I ended up buying to compete in, I think, Advanced Mazda or something like that, way a long time ago. We ended up with a 132, 165. Track temps in the practice sessions varied kind of between, I want to say, like 110 and 120. And we were on the lower side of that when we got the time. So, looking at some of the stuff on Garage 61, I imagine there's going to be some people in probably the 130s or so. I'm just it's a challenging course, and this was what I was able to pull off. So we'll show you the lap, and then we'll show you how we did it. Here you go. And there's that lightning.
Sector 1 time's okay. Sector 2 time is quick. That last lap was a 132.16.
All right, Barber Motorsports Park, 132, 165. How did we do it? 58% on the brake bias. And let's go. We got a good run out of this final corner here. Oop, let's put the lap times away. All right. First braking point we're gonna use is the little bit after the 2 here. We're gonna kind of slightly tap on the brakes, and then we're going down and to the left. We know that, so we're gonna just kind of already start kind of aiming the car there a little bit before we can see the apex. We're gonna kind of try and come up close to this. We're putting a lot of wheel in, and then getting back on the throttle to have the wheels kind of help pull us in that direction a little bit. Next braking point is kind of seat of the pants. It's pretty much right after we get the car straightened out. It's maybe like this patch of dirt, but again, it's going to be more of a seat of the pants kind of thing. Just a little brake to kind of get the car turned in. On this corner, I do drop it down to third and kind of try and come out a little bit here, and then keep it pretty tight in most of the way. We're getting back partially on the throttle, and we're going to short shift up to fourth there before we hit the rev limiter. Maybe right as we hit the rev limiter. That's the technique I found to be the most effective, and then just, as soon as we can, flat foot it through there. We're just kind of holding about 80% through a lot of this. And then, yeah, as soon as we can, full throttle. Then we're gonna bring it back up to this side over here. Car gets kind of light, but we don't really have to worry about it too much in this car. And then we're gonna kind of get back on over to the right hand side here. And about the 2 is gonna be where we start braking. And we're gonna drop slowly. It's a pretty heavy braking zone. Down to 3rd is where we're gonna end up. Let's speed up a little bit here. And we're gonna keep tight to the left here. And just as soon as we hit the apex and start going out, we're gonna get back on the throttle. Again, partial throttle until we kind of get straightened out a bit. 90 degrees. But yeah, then just full mash it all the way through this section here. Then our next braking point is going to be a little bit past the 2 here. This is a tricky section. It's rewarding when you get it right, but it's frustrating when you don't. We're gonna hit the brakes, kind of turn the car in. If you turn too sharp here, you're just gonna send yourself into a big old slide. And then, so we're on the brakes just a little bit, trailing to get the car turned in. And then we're gonna kind of hit the throttle here a little bit to try and help settle the car out. And then kind of right as we're starting to go over this curb, we're gonna use this curb a little bit. We're on the brakes again. And then I found trailing this a lot later, kind of than I'm used to, yielded the best results. So yeah, just keep trailing, and then as soon as we get lightning, we just start throttling out. I don't know if you guys heard that. We got a bit of storm going on here. So yeah, just trail and then throttle, kind of as we're hitting that, staying tight to that corner through it, and then coming out over here. And then we just kind of zip on over to this side, full throttle. This next part, you can take flat out. Maybe not on the first lap with the cold tires, but as soon as they get warmed up, you can. How I end up doing it is kind of need to take about half the tire on this this curb here. It sounds awful, but it kind of keeps the car in the right direction. So just gonna hit this curb here, and it's gonna bounce us over this way, and we're gonna take a little bit of this curb here too. If you hit this grass, it's an off track. And then we're gonna get all the way over on this side. If you go much over further than I did, you're gonna get an off track there too. We're gonna look at this from the outside here too for you. So yeah, we're just gonna get our wheels up there, come back over this way, take a little bit of that one, and then, like I said, coming all the way over here. If you touch this grass, I think that's where the off track is. Much like we're over pretty much as far as you can be. And the next corner here is also, I think it's the most fun corner on the track. It's also kind of tough. There's kind of 2 ways to do it. This is the way that I do it. You can either like kind of get on your brakes lightly around the 1. I just kind of lift around the 2 here, and then we want to make sure we're kind of close to this curb here. And then as we're coming down into this this area where the track dips down, we're gonna hit the brakes. And then we're gonna use this compression to get traction and come back on the throttle, pulling the car over. It's a lot of wheel. and then just, yeah, we're over all the way on the left, accelerating through here. And we're gonna have a little bit of a lift, and back on the throttle. About there, we're maxed out, and then we lift. We don't come back on the throttle. I mean, we just modulate the throttle. That's the word I was looking for, modulate. Then we're gonna kind of trail brake a little, downshifting all the way to third. Here's what I do, and then come on in, back on the throttle. And I want to get up into fourth somewhere around here before we start turning in. Yep. And lift a bit. Come on over to this curb just a smidge. And then throttle on out. And there you go. That's going to get you 132, 165. Yeah, so there you have it. 132, 165. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that time. If we can do those times during actual races, I think I'll be happy. We'll find out. We'll find out if it's in the ballpark. Anyway, if you want to watch some races live, we do them over on twitch.tv/thepiltdownman. Head on over there, leave a follow, hit the subscribe button. It does help out a lot. Thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.